Now, Sarah, let's talk about a very common situation. You call a clinic to make an appointment.
Oh, yes, this is something everyone needs to do. Going to the doctor.
Can we do a little role play? I will be the receptionist, you call the clinic.
Okay, I'm a little nervous, just like a real phone call.
Don't be nervous. Ready?
Ready.
Good. Good morning, City Clinic. How can I help you?
Hello, good morning. This is Sarah. I'm calling to make an appointment with Dr. Ahmed, please.
Of course. Is this your first visit?
Yes, it is my first visit.
And what is the appointment for?
I have a bad headache. I want to see the doctor.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Snack English, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Adam.
Hi, Adam. Hi, everyone. It is so wonderful to be here with you again today. I always love our time together.
Me too, Sarah, me too. So tell me, do you like talking on the phone?
On the phone? In English?
Yes, in English, on the phone.
Honestly, it used to make me very nervous.
Really? Why nervous?
Because on the phone, you cannot see the other person's face. You cannot see their eyes. You only hear the words.
That is such a good point. And today, that is exactly what we are going to talk about.
Yes, talking on the phone in English. I love this topic because so many people find it difficult.
It is one of the most common things we do every day. We call a doctor, we call a restaurant, we call a friend.
And in English, there are special phrases we use on the phone, phrases you don't use in normal conversation.
Exactly. Today, we will learn those phrases, and by the end of this episode, making a phone call in English will feel much easier.
I promise, much easier.
Okay, before we start, if you are enjoying Snack English, please subscribe to our channel and give this episode a like. It helps us so much.
Yes, and share this episode with a friend who is learning English. Talking on the phone is a skill everyone needs.
And if you are here with us right now, comment "ring" below, just like a phone. Ring, ring!
Ring, ring! I love that. Okay, Adam, let's start from the very beginning. When you call someone, what is the first thing that happens?
The phone rings, and then the other person picks up.
Picks up, yes. To pick up the phone means to answer it.
And when they pick up, they usually say, "Hello," or "Hello, this is name."
In a business call, they might say, "Good morning, ABC Company, how can I help you?"
That is very common for shops, offices, or clinics.
And if you are calling a friend, they might just say, "Hey," or "Hello."
So the first thing you do when someone answers is introduce yourself. You say who you are.
For example, "Hi, this is Sarah," or "Hello, my name is Sarah."
And then you say why you are calling.
"I'm calling because," or "I'm calling to ask about,"
For example, "Hi, this is Adam. I'm calling to make an appointment."
or "Hello, my name is Sarah. I'm calling about my order."
Simple and clear. You say your name, then you say why you called.
But sometimes the person you want to talk to is not the one who answers.
Ah, yes, this happens a lot. You call a company and someone else answers, not the person you need.
So what do you say?
You say, "Can I speak to name, please?"
"Can I speak to Dr. Ahmed, please?" "Can I speak to the manager, please?"
Can I speak to? This is one of the most important phrases for phone calls in English.
And a more polite way to say it is, "Could I speak to name, please?"
Could I? Yes. Could is more polite than can, but both are correct.
"Could I speak to Sarah, please?" It sounds very professional.
And the person might say, "Of course, one moment please," and they transfer you.
Or they might say, "I'm sorry, she is not available right now. Can I take a message?"
Can I take a message means, do you want me to write down what you want to say?
And you can say, "Yes, please," or "No, thank you, I'll call back later."
I'll call back later. That is a very useful phrase. Call back means to call again.
"I missed your call. I'll call you back." Same idea. I will call you again.
Great! So we have some key phrases now. Let me say them one more time.
Yes, say them slowly.
Can I speak to name, please?
Could I speak to name, please?
I'm calling to make an appointment.
Can I take a message?
I'll call back later.
I'll call back later.
These 5 phrases will help you in almost any phone call situation, in English or in your own language. Phone calls use the same basic steps. Now, Sarah, let's talk about a very common situation. You call a clinic to make an appointment.
Oh, yes, this is something everyone needs to do. Going to the doctor.
Can we do a little role play? I will be the receptionist. You call the clinic.
Okay, I'm a little nervous, just like a real phone call.
Don't be nervous. Ready?
Ready.
Good. Good morning, City Clinic. How can I help you?
Hello, good morning. This is Sarah. I'm calling to make an appointment with Dr. Ahmed, please.
Of course. Is this your first visit?
Yes, it is my first visit.
And what is the appointment for?
I have a bad headache. I want to see the doctor.
I understand. We have an appointment available on Thursday at 10 o'clock. Is that good for you?
Yes, Thursday at 10 is perfect. Thank you so much.
Great. Can I have your phone number, please?
Yes, of course. It is 010-555-1234.
Thank you, Sarah. We will see you on Thursday. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Excellent. That was perfect, Sarah.
Thank you. And everyone, did you hear the phrases? She is calling to make an appointment. This is her first visit. Thursday at 10 is perfect.
Very natural, very clear, and not difficult at all.
It really is not difficult. You just need to know the phrases.
Now, there is one more situation I want to talk about, when you do not understand something on the phone.
Oh, this is so important because on the phone, sometimes people talk fast or the line is bad.
Exactly. The connection is not good, or the other person is speaking too quickly.
So what do you say?
You say, "Sorry, could you repeat that, please?"
Could you repeat that, please? That is so polite and so useful.
Or, "I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say it again, please?"
I didn't catch that means I didn't hear or understand clearly.
Yes, to catch something in English can mean to understand it when you hear it.
So, I didn't catch your name. Could you say it again, please?
Exactly. And you can also say, "Could you speak a little more slowly, please?"
That one is so important. People speak fast on the phone. It is completely okay to ask them to slow down.
Yes, a good receptionist or assistant will always slow down for you. It is their job to help.
And if the line is bad, you can say, "I'm sorry, the connection is not very good. Could you repeat that?"
Perfect. Now, I want to tell everyone a story, a real phone call story.
Oh, tell us. Was it good or bad?
It was both. Okay, so last month I needed to call a hotel in another city to book a room.
Okay, and did you call in English?
I did. I was a little nervous, but I called. The phone rang, someone answered, and I said, "Hello, I'd like to book a room, please."
Good start.
And the receptionist said something, but the line was very bad. I heard, "Bzz, bzz, Friday, bzz, bzz, 2 nights, bzz, bzz."
The connection was terrible.
Terrible. So I said, "I'm sorry, the line is not very clear. Could you repeat that, please?"
And they repeated?
They repeated, slowly this time. I understood, I booked the room. Everything was fine.
That is a great story, Adam, because you used the phrase. You asked them to repeat, and it worked.
Exactly. Don't panic, just ask. People are usually very happy to help.
And the phrases give you confidence. When you know what to say, you feel less afraid.
That is so true. Okay, everyone, let's practice together now. I will start a phone call situation. Sarah, you respond.
Ready.
The phone rings. I answer. Hello?
Hi, this is Sarah. Could I speak to Adam, please?
Speaking. This is Adam. How can I help you?
Oh, hello, Adam. I'm calling to ask about the English class. Is there space for a new student?
Yes, there is one space left. The class starts next Monday.
Perfect. Could I book a place, please?
Of course. Can I have your name and phone number?
Yes, my name is Sarah. My number is 012-345-6789.
Great. You are registered, Sarah. See you Monday.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Excellent. That was fun. And everyone, did you notice? Could I speak to Adam? Could I book a place? I used could because it sounds more polite.
Yes, can and could are both correct, but could is softer, more polite, especially on the phone.
Can I book a place? Correct. Could I book a place? More polite.
Small difference, big impression.
I love that. Small difference, big impression.
Wait, Sarah, I want to go back to something. You said, I'm calling to ask about the English class.
Yes.
That is the present continuous, I am calling.
Yes, I am calling right now at this moment.
We use the present continuous, I am doing something, to talk about what is happening right now.
I am calling, I am waiting, I am sitting at my desk.
And on the phone, we often say, I'm calling because I'm calling to ask.
It tells the other person, this is happening now. This is why I called you right now.
Exactly. I am calling, not I call.
Wait, Adam, what if someone says, I call you because I have a question? Is that correct?
It's almost, but it sounds a little unnatural on the phone.
So we say, I'm calling because I have a question, the continuous form.
Yes, I am calling sounds more natural for phone calls because it is happening right now in this moment.
Got it. And that is a small but important difference.
Now, I want to do one more quick role play, a little harder this time.
Okay, I'm ready.
The phone rings, Sarah answers.
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon. This is Adam from Snack English. Could I speak to the manager, please?
I'm sorry, the manager is in a meeting right now. Can I take a message?
Oh, I see. Yes, please. Could you tell her that Adam called? I'm calling about the new project.
Of course. Adam called about the new project. Can I have your phone number?
Yes, it is 010-123-4567.
Perfect. I will give her the message.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Excellent. Did you hear a great phrase at the end? Have a nice day.
Yes, this is a very natural way to end a phone call.
Have a nice day, or have a good afternoon, or take care.
These are warm and friendly. They make the other person feel good.
And they sound very natural in English.
Always end a call with a warm phrase, not just goodbye.
Unless you're in a hurry, then just goodbye is fine.
Yes, if you are late, just say goodbye and hang up.
But not too fast.
Not too fast. Okay, everyone, let's do the wrap-up.
Today we talked about making phone calls in English. We learned some very important phrases.
Can I speak to name, please? And the more polite, could I speak to name, please?
I'm calling to make an appointment. I'm calling to ask about.
Could you repeat that, please? I didn't catch that. Could you speak more slowly?
I'll call back later. Can I take a message?
And we talked about the present continuous, I am calling, because it happens right now.
These phrases will help you in almost any phone call situation. In English or in your own language, phone calls use the same basic steps.
And remember, it is completely okay to ask someone to repeat. It is completely okay to go slowly.
A good English speaker is not someone who never makes mistakes. A good English speaker is someone who keeps going.
Keep going, even when it is hard, especially when it's hard.
Now, everyone, I want you to practice at home. Pretend you are calling a restaurant to book a table. Say the words out loud.
Yes, talk to yourself. Practice the phrases in your room. Nobody is watching. Nobody will judge you.
And then comment below. Tell us, do you find phone calls in English difficult? Comment ring and tell us your experience.
Yes, comment ring below. We love to read your messages.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Snack English, like this video, and share it with a friend.
Every episode is a small step forward, and you are doing so well.
Thank you so much for listening to us today. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next episode.